election, everybody complains. I mean, it's rare in Pakistan that nobody complains, but you see the general
broader picture.
So you understood what I
जी, I absolutely understood. And I'm going to address that. I worked on it last night, and I will address both those questions. So, but for the present moment,
Can we start with the facts first? Then we come. If we can just start with 14 members.
Destroy my scheme of arguments.
Okay, fine. Okay. Fair enough.
पेज 90 के ऊपर
आप जैसे चलें फिर आप चलें.
फेडरल इलेक्शन कमीशन का आपका शेड्यूल है पेज 90 पेपर बुक नंबर 1 में.
जी.
तो ये आप जरा देखिए ना, इसके अंदर जो नॉमिनेशन और इलेक्शन कराने का तरीक़ेकार पेज 90.
जी. हमने जो पेज 90
आपके नियाजुल्लाह खान नियाजी साहब ने 29/11/2023 को इशू किया.
जी.
अगर आप इसमें देखें, नोटिस इनवाइटिंग नॉमिनेशन पेपर्स फ्रॉम पीटीआई मेंबर.
जी सर.
ये वही है 29/11
हो गया जी 29 को.
फिर नॉमिनेशन फॉर्म्स टू बी रिसीव्ड बाय रिटर्निंग ऑफिसर एट इस्लामाबाद जस्ट आफ्टर 2 days 1/12/2023.
करेक्ट सर.
अपील अगेंस्ट ऑब्जेक्शन और रिजेक्शन ऑफ नॉमिनेशन फॉर्म वो भी पहली तारीख ही है. सेम डे ही नॉमिनेशन फॉर्म रिसीव किए जाएंगे, सेम डेट ही वो अपीलें फाइल हो जाएंगी. फिर डिस्प्ले ऑफ नेम ऑफ कंटेस्टिंग पैनल वो भी 1/12 ही है.
जी.
फिर पोलिंग डे एट पेशावर खैबर पख्तूनख्वा, इसमें देयर इज नो वेन्यू मेंशन फॉर द इलेक्शंस. दैट इज ये भी 2/12/2023 को ही होगी. फिर डिक्लेरेशन ऑफ इलेक्शन रिजल्ट बाय सीईसी वो भी 2/12 को ही होगी. और नोटिफिकेशन ऑफ इलेक्शन रिजल्ट जो है वो 3/12 को होगी. जस्ट ट्राइंग टू अंडरस्टैंड यस्टरडे ऑल्सो कि जो आपका प्रोसीजर है इसके अंदर वो नॉमिनेशन फॉर्म कहाँ से लेने थे, वेयर वॉज द वेन्यू मेंशन इन दिस, how to collect the form, nomination form, where the nomination form is to be submitted, because I also asked the question that how many members you have. I think it is more than 8,50,000.
जी.
तो इसके अंदर जो बात चीफ साहब भी आपसे कह रहे हैं कि वो ट्रांसपेरेंसी इलेक्शंस के अंदर थी, कौन लड़ सकता था कौन नहीं लड़ सकता था, by simply saying अब आपकी 15 कंप्लेंट वहाँ गई हैं ईसीपी में.
जी.
ECP में सो मोटो नहीं है ये एक्शन. Somebody has filed complaints and the action was taken on the complaint not by ECP सो मोटो. आपके अपने सर्टिफिकेट 65 पे नहीं हुआ ये 15 कंप्लेंट फाइल हो गई वहाँ पे. तो अब उन्होंने देखा है इन सब चीजों को, तो उस पे हम ये पूछना आपसे चाह रहे थे ना कि ये किस तरह का प्रोसीजर था.
बिल्कुल, मुझे आई अंडरस्टूड द पॉइंट. आपका जो पॉइंट है,
क्योंकि जब आप लेवल प्लेइंग फील्ड की बात करते हैं तो आपकी पार्टी में भी तो लेवल प्लेइंग फील्ड
होनी चाहिए
ना. जब वो मेंबर्स को भी तो लेवल प्लेइंग फील्ड मिलेगी जो टेस्ट करना चाहता है इलेक्शन. जैसे चीफ साहब ने डेमोक्रेसी की बात की, तो मैं ये बात भी आप उसमें ऐड कर रहा हूँ कि उनको भी तो मौका मिलना चाहिए ना.
मैं
जीते हारे वो उनकी नसीब में इलेक्ट होते नहीं होते हैं. और फिर सारा दारोमदार आपके अपने पीटीआई के कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन पे है. उसमें आपने इतना ट्रांसपेरेंट प्रोसीजर बनाया हुआ है कि वो दैट्स वेरी गुड कि आप उसमें सारी चीजें, बट इफ यू फॉलो दैट वुड बी ए बेस्ट ट्रांसपेरेंट इलेक्शन ऑफ एनी पॉलिटिकल पार्टी. अब वो बीच में लैकिंग नजर आ रही है, इसलिए ये सारे सवालात उठ रहे हैं.
बिल्कुल ठीक है सर. मैं आई गॉट दैट.
You may ignore the with respect to Mr. Makhdoom Ali Khan, he may get upset, but you may ignore the minor points. I mean, we are more focused on this, so I'm just telling your mind, and we want to save time also.
I appreciate,
because you know every election we will find some more this particular form not submitted, that thing not done. Okay. We will be charitable there.
ठीक जी ठीक. So your lordship, my coming back to my point, so एक order है जो इलेक्शन कमीशन ऑफ पाकिस्तान ने किया जिसमें उन्होंने कहा कि होल्ड हुआ था. They have not pointed out anything in the manner, but I will still satisfy the court जो आपने पूछा, लेकिन they have not pointed this out. They have simply said the appointment of the general secretary and the appointment of the federal commission. So they have not questioned कि आपने एक दिन में क्यों किया या 2 दिन में क्यों किया या uncontested क्यों था वगैरह वगैरह. So that is important to note कि as far as the election commission is concerned, they have no cavil with this. Your lordship has raised a question which I'll be answering with documents shortly. But for the time being, the order does not say it. Now, your lordship, they have done 2 things: taken away the not just declared this election void, but also jumped and taken away the symbol. So एक चीज है कि आपके इलेक्शन
वो तो हमने नोट कर लिया जी. आप प्लीज प्रोसीड.
Now what is a symbol, sir?
I know, we know what a symbol is जी. No, let's.
But a symbol, your lordship, is a fundamental right. I want to point out that.
When you say this, you'll have to back it up.
I will back it up.
We are not denying the importance of symbols. If you want to know, we realize the checkered history of Pakistan and how political parties have been hounded. So I think it started with the elections of the Pakistan People's Party, which let me just
उससे पहले भी जा सकते हैं।
बहुत पहले जा सकते हैं, at least when I was had I mean we can go to Ayub Khan and all that, वहाँ से भी जा सकते हैं, but जब पॉलिटिकल पार्टीज वाज़े तौर पे आ गई, अयूब खान का तो खैर आप वहाँ जाना चाहें वहाँ चले जाते हैं, मगर इन recent memories and those political parties which exist today, let's put it this way, the first brunt was received by the Pakistan People's Party. The sword was, I think, the symbol.
तलवार।
फिर वो पहले non-party election ये वो वगैरह हो गया, फिर the second brunt, then the parliamentarians and various other things, then the second brunt was the Pakistan Muslim League. But be aware of the fact who was in government then. Today, was there a Supreme Court which had taken PCO oaths, judges, any act will not be challenged. So we must bear in mind those were far, far, far more difficult times.
Yes.
There's no comparison. Maybe you can say, yes, it continues today. You may say so. But today, your opponents are not in government.
They're not.
We use the word casually, establishment. Why don't we use the word honestly, army? There does not apparently appear to be any interference. You may allege there is, but you know the overt kind of stuff, unless you point out, matters are coming, the elections are not being held. It was your own petition we argued, which we pressed it in 12 days. We got the date, you were happy, everybody was happy when. So access to courts is there. It's not that nobody allowed you to file. Making allegations on the media or outside unnecessarily undermines constitutional institution, which does not mean you should not make these allegations if they are true. Now, the very same election commission has issued you the notice to hold elections as far back when you were in government. Can we start from there? What was the malafide then? Please read that notice, the first one, because that, from a timeline point of view, that will be very important. Because if we have to gauge whether suddenly the euphemism that is used, establishment is weighing heavy on the election commission and doing something, we will certainly hear this. But then, how did they know then, when the very same establishment, surely it was not your allegation then that they were siding with the Election Commission of Pakistan. So if you're going to make it dramatic and political, then give the whole context or keep it legal. So if you're going to use, I mean, I respect every constitutional body. You said malafide in fact and law. Did we appoint them? You all appoint these people. We don't appoint them. So when you just throw an allegation is not acceptable because you don't serve Pakistan then. We need these institutions. We can make them better. If they're not doing their job, force them to do the job. That's our job. But we cannot take on their responsibilities because you'll be the first to complain. We will not take on the responsibilities of Parliament, as I have repeatedly stated. You will be the first to complain. Who is he? I'm the parliamentarian. I'll make the law. I want to. We'll judge the law, whether it's constitutional or not, and that's it.
बिल्कुल
So,
सही।
जरा से आप ये malafide का जो आप एंगल अगर ले रहे हैं तो इसको substantiate कीजिए।
ठीक है। मैं जिस तरह लूँगा,
it changes the prism completely.
Right.
If they're malafide, then we look at them at very suspect eyes, or you take away this allegation.
ठीक है।
I'm not saying take it away. It's your call.
नहीं, मैं जो I'll be totally non-political in my arguments, Your Lordship, as always. There's no point in bringing, although it's relevant to a political party, this case, but I will keep it very legal. And on the malafide in fact and law, I will be more relying on procedural malafide than anything else. I will not go into.
Are you withdrawing?